Good morning, everybody, and good morning. Let's stand up and let's wave at our beautiful live stream folks. Give them a little love. Thank you all for joining us today. All right, now, anybody that's having a fine, fine day, go ahead and raise your hand. Oh, there are. Oh, good, good, good. Let's just double check, make sure. Oh, it's a fine, fine day for us to come together. Yes, it's a fine, fine day for us to gather in this place where we can laugh and learn, where we can sing and praise. It's a fine, fine day. It is a fine, fine day. Shoulder to shoulder, heart to heart, it's a fine, fine day. It is a fine, fine day. Let's do it again. Oh, it's a fine, fine day for us to come together. Yes, it's a fine, fine day for us to gather in this place where we can laugh and learn, where we can sing and praise. It's a fine, fine day. It is a fine, fine day. Oh yes, it's a fine, fine day. It's a fine, fine day. It's a fine, fine day. Oh, it is now. Good job.
Go ahead and remain standing. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me back today. A smaller audience, but that is fine, and I love all the smiling, happy, wonderful faces out there. And let's all just take a deep centering breath together. And we'll go ahead and join in prayer. We light this Christ candle, and we know that it is a perfect metaphor for that spark of life in each of us, that divine connection that we have to each other, to the planet, to the animals, to all living things. Mother, Father, God, sweet Spirit, thank you for bringing us here together today in celebration, in love, in joy, in compassion, in healing, and all those wonderful things that we seek, that we know is already deep within us, and we just need to bring it out. We hold all those impacted by the hurricanes, by the warfare, in peace and in love, and affirm healing is on the way, because as we know, through God, through love, through ourselves, all sorrow can be transformed into love. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. I am free.
I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free. I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. Right now, right now.
You are free. You are unlimited.
There are no chains that bind you. You are free. You are unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free. You are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free. You are unlimited. Right now, right now.
We are free.
We are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free. We are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free. We are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free. We are unlimited. Right now, right now.
Thank you.
And it's happy birthday. It's happy birthday.
It is birthday Sunday. So, if you are comfortable, I hope you are, in standing, if you have a birthday in October, we would love to sing to you. Any October birthdays? Yay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you're wonderful. Happy birthday to you. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. God is blessing you, you're wonderful. God is blessing you now.
Happy birthday!
Good morning and welcome to Unity of Olympia. My name is John and welcome to everybody who's joining us online. So I want to start by acknowledging that this place that we're in is the traditional home of the Seycha and other indigenous peoples. And we know that this whole area, the waterways, the trees, the mountains, the valleys, are imbued with their presence. And for this, we are grateful. And now I would like to introduce Lisa. She's going to do the youth service today.
I am free, I am unlimited. What a zeal song. Don't you think that's a song about zeal? Okay. So we're continuing our story. We had those people who were making a staircase to the heavens. We had them making it, and we thought, that's a great idea. They're making a staircase to the heavens so that they can always feel closer to God. And yet in this story, you know what happens? They focused so much on the staircase, they forgot about God. They weren't listening to their inner voices anymore. They stopped. Do you ever see an instance where somebody's not listening to their inner voice anymore? And maybe in a state of confusion? You know what we call that? We call that too much zeal. Too much zeal. Have you ever been in a classroom with 22 children? You've experienced too much zeal in one time. Have you ever been in a room where everybody was talking at once and nobody could hear each other? Yeah, that's too much zeal, right? That's too much zeal. And what we have to do is remember to get to that calm spot and remember to find our inner strength and our inner wisdom so that when those moments come up, we can have too much, and we have too much zeal, we can find our inner space. I'm remodeling a kitchen. I've had too much zeal this week. So we're also tying it into our Pokemon. Who knows what type of Pokemon these are? Just by looking at the card, what type of Pokemon are there? They're fire. Do we feel zeal is a part of fire? Yes, a fire within us is a part of that zeal. So we use those orange fire Pokemon to remind us of the power of zeal in us, and we are going to be handing those out today. Our affirmation is, I use my zeal with tempered by wisdom and understanding. I use my zeal tempered by wisdom and understanding. Thank you, God. How about if we just look at all these children? Where did they come from?
We
Nice
are
job.
walking in the light, in the light, in the light. We are walking in the light of God. In the light, 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 in the light of God.
And we want you to know that it's your generosity that helps support programs like our youth program and our music ministry. And for this, we are grateful. And now I'd like to transition into the prayer portion of our service. And if somebody is coming forth with both the prayer box over here, and Carol is going to be reading the daily word.
Good morning, everyone. Where I'm going to start is with the prayer boxes and let everyone know that there is one that John's already mentioned that Linda's holding, and one in the back. And those both are for prayer requests that are written, and you write it down, and those are sent to Unity, Silent Unity, where not only those prayers, but the requests made in person will be sent to Silent Unity for 30 days to be prayed for in affirmative prayer. And Linda will be praying in the back with people. She'll be available in the back to be prayer for people back there today. And I'm going to look to see if I've included everything. Oh, I forgot the most important part. And that is all prayer requests are held in strict confidentiality, and we cherish and honor that ethic that we hold. So you can count on our confidence. And we come to the daily word. The daily word today is belong. And before I begin, when I first read this, a sentence jumped out at me that I wanted to share with you because it helped me become more aware about when I pray. And it says, and I'll be repeating it again, but it says, I look beyond appearances and especially my own preconceived notions to really see my fellow divine beings. And that immediately made me think of my preconceived notions and how to be able to see everyone as one as divine, that I need to drop my preconceived notions of assumptions, expectations, and judgments, and see through the eyes of divine love. So here we go. The affirmation: as spiritual beings, we all belong to the heart of God. A true sense of belonging is one of the best feelings in the world. It's knowing that I am home, fully accepted, just as I am, and valued for my unique contributions. Today, I celebrate my belonging as a divine being, a child of God. No matter my station in life, my personal history, or my particular circumstances right now, I am a valued member of the human family. I extend this understanding to all others. I look beyond appearances and especially my own preconceived notions to see my fellow divine beings. I honor your and everyone's unique gifts, just as I would want you and all others to honor mine. We belong together. We belong to one another. We all belong to the family of God, of universe, of divine spirit. And the reading today comes from John 17:20 and 21. In this context, Jesus is praying and he's referring to his disciples when he uses the pronoun these. And it reads, I ask not only on behalf of these, my disciples, but also on behalf of those who will believe me through their word, that we all may become one. As spiritual beings, we all belong in the heart of God. Please join me. As spiritual beings, we all belong in the heart of God. Amen.
Thank you, Carol. Now I'd like us to all join in our statement of faith. So if we confirm this together, there is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, all power, presence, and wisdom. It is in God that we live, move, and have our being.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand.
In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you.
Miss Terry Charles.
Ms. Janine Cummings.
Thank you, Terry and Janine. That was beautiful. Well, welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for having me back to talk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This will be my second talk I've ever given. I am a little nervous because in the industry, we call this, or it has the potential to become what we call a second show slump, which is, which is where the first time, opening night, there's this energy, there's this magic in the air, there's these nerves, and it all comes together so much more beautifully than you could ever expect, and then it's really challenging recreating that second time. So as always, keep your expectations low and keep your hopes high. Naturally, I got a couple more disclosures. We are gonna get really woo-woo today. How does woo-hoo? Perfect, hallelujah. We are gonna start at the metaphysical, and then it is your job to find the metaphysical of the physical, or find the literal of the metaphysical. This service is gonna be for the girlies who burn incense and love crystals. Yeah. For those who listen to Stevie Nicks, for our tarot and astrology seekers, for the people who love the metaphysical aisle at Barnes & Noble, and for the mystics, both young and old. I invite you to create your own spiritual experiences and start curating your own spiritual vocabulary. As always, take what works for you and leave the rest. We are also going to have a shorter message today, and then we are going to have 2 meditations. So it should be fun, healing, joyful, peaceful, all that wonderful stuff. I would like to start with some audience engagement. I have a couple questions for you, a little icebreaker if you're into that and brave enough. I would like to know your name, your astrological sign, and then what your favorite part of October is, or what your favorite activities to do in October are. I will start. My name is Geoffrey. I am a Capricorn. Yeah! And my favorite part about October is the rain's coming back and Halloween parties. Perfect, I got a volunteer already, hallelujah.
My name is Karen, and I'm an Aquarius, and I love the fire trees.
Yes.
My name is Charlotte. I'm a Leo, and I love that soup season is coming back.
Yo! Okay, we're coming. Keep your hands raised. Or
I'm
wait till we
Linda, and I'm a Virgo. With,
Yeah.
with a Libra rising. And my favorite part of October is being able to have fire pits because the bans have been lifted, which make me really happy. And baking pumpkin bars.
My name is Sue. I'm a Capricorn.
Woo!
There aren't very many of us in the spiritual world, unfortunately. Because, you know, Capricorns, we step over the bodies to get to the top. But I have a Leo moon, so that makes me wild and fun. Anyway, what was the other thing?
Favorite part of October?
Oh, I love the crunchy leaves when I walk and to make noise with my feet.
Okay, perfect. Carol's gonna take it.
Oh, he ruined it. Okay, so my name is Carol. I am a Taurus, born in the metal ox, born on Earth Day, very strong, grounded person, but I do have Aquarius rising, so. I love the smells of fall. That's my favorite thing.
And then Lydia.
My name is Lydia, and I'm a Taurus also. Yay. And my favorite is that we still have sun.
Yeah.
Love the sun.
Perfect. I'll get to you, I
I'm
promise.
D, and I'm an Aries, but on the cusp with Pisces, so I have a lot of Pisces influence. My favorite part about October is it's usually the month that we go do a volunteer trip down in Jamaica, so I'm leaving next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to remain seated because it's hard for me to get up. My name is Laurie. I am a Sagittarius rising, Aquarius moon. My favorite part of October, well, all of those are great that people have said, but right now I am working out at a corn maze, and I am really enjoying the energy of the people at the pumpkin patch corn maze. And I'm working with teenagers. And I'm the grandma out there. Anyway, it's fun. Here you go.
Gorgeous. What pumpkin patch is it?
Rutledge.
Oh, perfect.
Hi, I'm Glenda. I'm emotional tech support.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be putting a tag on, so before and after services you can come to me for emotional tech support. But I'm a Leo, and my favorite part of October is the fact that being Glenda the Good Witch, you know, making the magic happen, October it's like the veil between worlds is a lot thinner, and so October is one of the best months when you want to make changes to your life, because the transurfing to a new reality is a little easier in October because the walls are a little thinner. So that's my favorite part, and that's the woo-woo, huh?
Exactly. You already got a couple of my references. Okay, we'll do you, and then probably got to move on.
Good morning. My name is Sandy, and I'm a Leo, so please pay attention to me. My favorite part of October is colors. Love the colors.
Thank you.
My name is Jan, and I'm an Aries. And my favorite part of October is walking in the woods and seeing all the beautiful colors. And yesterday, I had that opportunity to do that in one of my favorite places. And what I missed, though, was some friends walking in the water.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you all for being brave and sharing. I wanted to incorporate a little bit of astrology because I'm a millennial, and we don't see a whole lot of millennials or Gen Z in church too much. And I think a lot, organized religion doesn't typically resonate too much with my generations. But my generations are very spiritual, and I truly believe the future of religion and spirituality is going to come full more from astrology. And look at how excited everyone was to share their astrology signs. And good job, Lori, for knowing your big three. Proud of you. I have a little note in my phone that says what my big three is. And if you don't believe me, I challenge you to call your children or grandchildren this week, ask about their star chart, and see how excited they get to explain it to you. So, for as long as I can remember, I have been obsessed with witches and magic. From Glinda, the good witch in The Wizard of Oz, Samantha in Bewitched, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, and Harry Potter. As a child, I always knew that I was full of magic. I just wasn't sure how it was going to present in my life. I couldn't wiggle my nose, so I knew it wasn't going to be like Samantha in Bewitched. I was so devastated when I turned 11 and I did not get a letter to Hogwarts like Harry Potter. And by the time I turned 16, I had a little bit more of my feet in reality, so I wasn't too shocked on my 16th birthday when I didn't wake up with magical powers like Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but was still a little disappointed. However, growing up in Unity, I already knew that magic is all around us and magic is already deep within us, even if it's not as obvious as on TV and in the movies and in the books. So I want to talk a little bit, or we talk a lot about the metaphysical interpretation of the literal, but we rarely talk about the metaphysical and then look for the literal or the physical interpretation of that. So does anyone remember what is the first question that Glinda asks Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz? Lori. Precisely. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? Does anyone have any guesses or thoughts of what a literal version of that question could be in today's world? Sorry, can you repeat that? Exactly. She said a good person or a bad person. I thought about it, and in today's world, it resonated with me. Are you a loving Christian or are you a hateful Christian? Do you choose love or do you choose hate? Do you use God, Jesus, and the Bible for separation or do you use it for inclusion? So what is magic? I have a feeling a lot of us probably have gotten a little woo-woo at some point with paganism and all that fun stuff. So this is my absolute favorite book. It is called Earth, Air, Fire, and Water by Scott Cunningham, who's a very famous metaphysical author. It is, as you know, the Bible doesn't resonate too much with me, but this book for sure does. I read it the first time when I was in junior high, and it was the first metaphysical book I read on my spiritual journey, and I come back to it all the time. It's so good. So in the intro, I'm going to do a little reading. This is magic. A figure moves between tangled trunks, seeking the clearing. Soon the ancient oaks part to reveal a stream. The woman kneels on the stream's grassy bank and places her hands onto the ground. The steady pulse of the earth's energy comforts her. She gathers single strands of emerald-hued grass, thanking the plants for their sacrifice. When she's collected 13 strands, she holds them between her palms and is still for a moment. She closes her eyes. Her lips move. Wind tugs at the woman's sleeve as her face tenses. Internal forces make her shoulders tremble. Rising to her feet, the woman tosses the grass into the air, sending the energy she's raised with it. The grass catches the breeze and sails over the stream. It lands on the far bank, and the woman senses its power flashing into the ground, putting her energy into motion. It's over. She lies on the bank, feeling the sun heating her, the breeze cooling her, and the earth supporting her. The trickle of water from the nearby stream lulls her into a peaceful reverie as she recalls her simple actions and the power that they have aroused. She gives silent thanks. Rising from the stream bank, the woman again walks through the trees and returns home from the park. The sun has stained the western horizon a vivid red by the time she greets her cat, grabs a book, and reads by the fire, satisfied that her healing spell has been successful. This description of a magical ritual might seem strange, but it's the type of magic that lives within this book. Gentle, loving, healing magic. No curses lurk within these pages. No rituals of hatred or jealousy or envy. If this is surprising to you, I'm glad that I'll be your guide into the true realm of magic, for this is real magic, forged with natural energies, charged with love, and sent with the knowledge that positive change will occur. Magic is as natural as the earth, water, fire, and air. Yes, even as natural as a blade of grass. Within its simple rites, many have found answers to life's multitude of challenges. Natural magic, the practice of using the forces of nature coupled with the powers of our minds and bodies, has always been a part of the human experience. It still lives in the midst of the endless prairie, beside a cypress-ringed bayou, in the sizzling desert, within the shadow of skyscrapers. Natural magicians work with earth energy to transform themselves and their lives. This book is a guide to practical, positive magic. Anyone can use these or similar rituals to bring harmony into their lives. In practicing natural magic, we attune with the earth. Far from being a lofty spiritual pursuit, magic is a means of joining with the earth and using our powers in common to create a brighter future for both ourselves and our planet. Walk lightly, breathe deeply, harm none, and discover the wonders that magic has to offer. Many of us actually practice old techniques, old magical techniques, without even realizing it. Have you ever thrown a coin into a wishing well? Have you ever wished upon a star? Do you look at the clouds and see images? All of those are forms of magic. Have you ever gone to the mall or to a busy store and affirmed that you were going to get a really good parking spot and then you got it? Magic. Have you ever thought of a person and then they randomly called you? Magic. Have you ever listened to the radio and wanted to hear a certain song only for it to play next? Magic. Magic is a form of prayer. Magic is an affirmation. Did you know that abracadabra is a real word? Abracadabra is an ancient Aramaic word, and it translates to, I create as I speak. Abracadabra, I create as I speak. Sounds an awful lot like the law of mind action, right? Perfect. Magic is ritual. Magic is zeal, because zeal is defined as great energy or enthusiasm in pursuit of a cause or an objective. Magic is a form of prayer that engages us mind, body, and spirit, because I believe when we engage mind, body, and spirit is when we truly start progressing towards nirvana. So, my personal spiritual ritual magical outline is this. It begins with setting an intention. This begins when you start thinking about your intention or thinking about your goal, not just when you go into this space to make your affirmations. If you tend an altar, it is best to complete your ritual there. But if not, any place where you pray or that you find sacred works best, be that your bedroom, a table, your yard, the garage, somewhere in the forest, somewhere on the shoreline, etc. When you do decide to begin, you'll want to take some deep centering breaths to center yourself, and you want to move deep into that heart space where you feel that sacred connection the strongest. You want to invite in your spirit tribe. I had a teacher who taught me that God is a prism, and when light shines on it, it refracts into thousands of different colors. So one thing I struggled with growing up in Unity and getting more into the metaphysical side of things is we in Unity there's only one presence, only one power in the universe and in my life. So in other religions where there's a god and a goddess, or Hindu religions where there's Ganesha, all those other ones, and Buddha, and there's just so many different faces of God and so many different angels, so many different saints. That I feel like is a perfect metaphor for seeing them all as God. And seeing all of us as God, seeing all us as those lights shining off that prism. So I encourage you to kind of create your own spirit tribe. It can be as simple as just God, divine spirit, energy source. Mine personally is the elements, earth, air, fire, water with God. But I encourage you to find angels, find saints, find gods, goddesses that you like working with, and meditate on them and include them in your spirit tribe. After you invite your spirit tribe, you are going to want to raise some energy, which this is usually done by speaking. Usually I like to prepare some words to say. I like to write a poem. I like to find a poem to read. I like to find other people's words to read, whatever feels good to you. You can also just say whatever comes to mind in the moment, and also too, you don't even actually have to say anything if that feels uncomfortable for you. You can just think really hard. After you raise your energy, you are going to want to release your energy, which is usually done through action. For me, some powerful tools for that are lighting a candle, tying knots into string, writing words, drawing symbols, drawing pictures, singing, dancing. And again, if none of that feels comfortable to you, you can just think really hard and visualize that release. After you've done that, you're going to want to thank your spirit tribe, and then you're going to want to end with a little celebration. So get yourself a little treat, have a little piece of cake, a little piece of pie, whatever sweet treat you like, have a cup of tea or some other fun bev that resonates with you. Why do you guys think I wanted to talk about magic and witches today? Because it's Halloween. It's the spooky month. So Halloween has its origins in the ancient Celtic festival Samhain, which is usually celebrated around October 31st. It marks the last harvest and the beginning of winter. It's believed at that time that the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest, allowing spirits to roam the earth. People would celebrate Samhain with feasts, bonfires. They would connect with their ancestors. They would honor the deceased. And people would dress in masks and costumes to disguise themselves from wandering spirits. This practice influenced our modern tradition of Halloween costumes. When the Romans conquered Celtic territories, they incorporated some of their traditions. Later, in the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as All Saints' Day, a time to honor saints and martyrs. The evening before, October 31st, became known as All Hallows' Eve, which eventually morphed into Halloween. As it spread, Halloween absorbed various customs from different cultures, including the practice of trick-or-treating and the use of symbols like pumpkins and ghosts. Today, it's a blend of ancient traditions and modern festivities celebrated with costumes, parties, and other fun activities. So I have another book with another little reading. This one is called Wicca, Wheel of the Year. It is about the pagan holidays. There are 8 holidays that are all attuned with the seasons of Earth. We have the 4 main ones, which are the solstices and the equinoxes: winter solstice, spring equinox, fall solstice or fall equinox, and then winter solstice. And then in between every 6 weeks is the midpoint, which is another holiday. And so we're at one of those midpoints, which is where it's starting to feel less like summer and early fall and more like winter. So this is a little reading that explains some of the metaphysical behind Samhain. The name Samhain has been translated from Old Irish as summer's end, and this date marked the beginning of the dark half of the year in the ancient Celtic world. This is the 3rd and final harvest festival, the time to stock the root cellars with the last of the winter squashes, turnips, beets, and other root vegetables, and to dry the last of the magical and medicinal herbs for winter storage. The fields are now empty of their crops. The once green meadow grasses are dying back to gold and brown, and the leaves have peaked and fallen, leaving the trees bare and stark against the graying skies. The chill in the air that began with Mabon is now here to stay, and the weakened sun gives barely a passing glance for a few short hours before descending again below the horizon. Indeed, it can seem as if the world is dying at this time. But this feeling is alleviated by the gratitude we express for all the abundance of the past year and the knowledge that the light will return again, as is promised by the wheel. The perpetual life, death, rebirth cycle is characterized by both the god and the goddess at Samhain. In his sun aspect, the god has aged considerably since Mabon. His power is nearly gone, and he descends into the underworld, leaving the earth to the darkness of winter. As the horned god, or the god of the hunt, he is fully matured stag who gives his life so his people can survive the coming barren season. Wiccans say farewell to the god at this Sabbat, thanking him for fulfilling his life-sustaining roles over the past year and expressing faith that he will return reborn at Yule. In many traditions, the goddess is said to be mourning the god at this time, yet she too knows that he will return as she is now in her wise crone aspect. From the aged crone, we learn that death is part of life and that the old must be released in order for us to learn, grow, and birth new manifestations. It is interesting that the goddess herself never dies, since the earth remains steadily present throughout the year, no matter where the sun may be. Yet she represents death and life simultaneously. She is both the crone and mother-to-be of the new god. So again, we are going to do 2 meditations today. So it'll be a little bit slightly changed. We are going to have our normal meditation song. We are going to do our first meditation. We are going to do a Samhain remembrance meditation together. We are going to have a musical interlude that Janine and Terry so graciously prepared for me. And then we are going to move into a meditative ritual for peace and healing. And then we'll do our normal meditation song, and then we are done. Perfect. So if I could invite the ushers to dim the lights, and blessed be everyone. Joy and joy, joy. Come home to me, joy, joy, joy. I invite peace within.
I invite love, pure love, to come home again. Come home to
Sing it out.
me, joy, joy, joy. And I invite peace within. And I invite love, pure love, to come home again. Come home to me.
And go ahead and relax into a comfortable position. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And take some deep centering breaths. In and out. In and out. And move deep into that heart space where you feel that sacred connection the strongest. Imagine yourself at your favorite kitchen table. It's a crisp, late fall day. Hear the leaves and the branches rustling. Feel and smell that brisk fall air wafting in. And you're sitting at that table and you're enjoying your favorite cup of hot coffee, tea, hot chocolate, whatever beverage is your favorite. And now imagine that you are there with someone you have lost, or with those you have lost. Sharing communion, coffee, and tea. Tell them how much you love them. Tell them how you know that they are always with you. And listen to them tell you how much they love you and how they are always with you, guiding you, protecting you, and comforting you. Take as long as you need, basking in this unconditional love. And then when you are ready, I invite you to come back here into this space.
We bow our heads as we come together in peace. We bow our heads as we come together in peace.
Go ahead and get back into your comfortable position. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take some deep centering breaths. In and out. In and out. And move deep into your heart space where you feel that sacred connection the strongest. Earth, thank you for supporting me on each step of my journey. Earth, I love you. Air, thank you for filling my lungs with my every breath. Air, I love you. Fire, thank you for giving me warmth, light, and energy. Fire, I love you. Water, the essence of life, thank you. Water, I love you. I feel the presence of Spirit in this moment. As you breathe in, feel the earth's energy entering your body. And as you breathe out, feel the energy going back into the earth, taking with it any tension, any negative energy, any resentment, any resistance you might be holding. Breathe in. Feel the energy come up through your body, through your knees, through your thighs, through your stomach, through your heart, all the way to the crown of your head. And as you breathe out, feel that energy go back down through your body and into the earth. In and out. In and out. In and out. As you breathe in and feel that energy entering your body, now as you breathe out, visualize pink, loving, healing, peaceful energy leaving your body through the top of your head and into the world. Breathe in the energy from the earth and breathe it out as your own beautiful, healing, joyful, peaceful energy out into the world. Until you are surrounded by so much peaceful, healing, loving energy. And now as you breathe, visualize sending that energy to where you feel it is needed most. Send it to those impacted by Hurricane Helene in Milton. Send it to the Middle East. Send it to those in your family, your friends. Send it to those in this room. Continue breathing in and out. And send this energy where it is needed for as long as you feel needed. And know that you can come back to this space whenever you need. And know that the power is already deep within you. And when you are ready, I invite you back into this space.
I invite joy, 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 and I invite peace.
I invite love, pure love, to come home again, come home to me.
Good job. And thank you, Geoffrey. Let's give Geoffrey some love. That was beautiful.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, Geoffrey, I thought you avoided the second performance slump.
Thank you. Hallelujah.
And for anybody who is new to Unity, I'd like to invite you to join us downstairs in the fellowship hall for refreshments and conversation. We'd like to get to know you better. And know that there was a table that as you walked in, if there's a welcome packet there, if you missed that on the way in, please pick that welcome packet up. It shares or gives you some more information about what Unity is all about. And the people who are wearing the green ribbons on their name tag, they are part of the welcoming community, and please ask them any questions that you may have. And if the ushers could please come forward with the baskets. And as a spiritual cooperative, we each give what we can to support this community. And in this way, we put feet to our faith as we trust in the natural abundance of God's world. There's several ways to give. You can give on the website or by Venmo or by mail or by contributing here. And whatever way you do that, I invite each of us now to move into a space of gratitude as we hold our gifts in our minds and in our hearts. And then as we say our blessing together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Open to the sacred richness of our infinite source, we as Unity of Olympia joyfully co-create unlimited prosperity right now. Thank you, God.
Today I'm grateful. Today I'm grateful. Today I'm grateful for every little thing. Today I'm grateful. Today I'm grateful. Grateful for just what this day will bring. And it's an honor to give, to give, to give so free. It's an honor to give, to give, to give with love. 'Cause today we're grateful. Today we're grateful. Today we're grateful for every little thing. Today we're grateful. Today we're grateful. Grateful for just what this day will bring. Forever grateful for just what this day will bring.
Please join me in blessing the gifts. Sweet Spirit, thank you for these gifts. Thank you for our prosperity, for our abundance. Thank you for all the things that are so much more important in life than just tangible money, that we see our abundance and our emotional and spiritual richness every single day. And as these gifts are being given, we already know they are being sent to where they are needed most, close and far, far away. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is.
And Linda will be in the back of the room after service today to pray with you. And there's on the screen up here, there will be some, our activities. There's lots more on the website, so please check that out. And today, our flowers beautiful fall flowers were donated by Terry Lons Brownsberry. Another set, yeah.
Oh, Dee. Dee donated them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
They're beautiful.
Yes, thank you. They're just like, there's another set of flowers up here. How did that happen?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, perfect. Beautiful.
I couldn't quite hear.
The potted flowers were donated by Sue Houseman, so we got 2 lucky people for flowers today.
All right, thank you.
You probably only picked out one, I bet, though. Putting you on the hot spot.
Yes. Okay, and I would like today to give the flowers to Nancy Link. Nancy, could you raise your hand there so people can see you? Thank you. All right, we are finished.
Perfect. I'm ready to pray if you are.
I'm ready to pray. I'm always ready to pray.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and stand, form a circle. You guys know the drill. Follow your heart, though. Do what feels comfortable.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
The light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you for joining online, people, and let's sing out with the peace song.